Hello, everyone. Welcome to Off the Charts, episode 185. First of all, we've hit 400 subscribers. Thank you so much. So now I gotta think of that contest, so I will be doing it. But funny story. So when I hit 400 subscribers, it was a good news, bad news kind of night, and you guys will probably appreciate this story. So I'm like, tell my dad, hey, I've hit 400 subscribers, perfect. So all happy for that. Then I gotta go and pick up his medicine. So I go to the Shoppers Drug Mart, pick up his medicine, and at the same time, I'm gonna go and pick myself up some allergy Benadryl, whatever. Get to the counter, pay the cashier. Do you qualify for our senior discount? I'm like, no. So I'm like, oh my God, this beard must be making me look like 65 as opposed to 51. Everybody, I'm telling that story. Actually, I haven't told that many people. I'm telling this channel right here. So anyway, that's my little side note. A 51-year-old who apparently looks like he's 65. So anyway, thank you for the awesome new subscriptions. Keep them coming. Every 100 subscribers, I'll be doing a contest, so I'll think of something there. I want to make sure it stays to 400, not just little promo or subscriber jumpers, there. So, well, anyway, I'll think of something cool there. Anyway, enough yakking. Yakking, I guess. Anyway, cheers to you all. Thank you for making this a pleasure for recording episodes for you guys. Thanks for commenting. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for just hanging along all this time here. This is to you. My $0 budget permits me to get some Grand Marnier for you guys all the time. Anyway, okay, let's go to today's episode. So I'll be doing a ranking episode of hard rock hair metal band of Canada, Killer Dwarfs. Now, Killer Dwarfs, I separate their discography into the funny era and the serious era. It's like they used to have the best videos here. If you've never seen, we'll go through the albums here, and I'll let you know which song to go and check out. But yeah, they were a minorly big deal here in Canada. They had limited success here, but they were playing their videos on video hits, not just Power Hour, but video hits, because they had some really cool videos. So we'll get into that soon here. So I like pretty much all their albums fairly equally, some more than others. So we'll do the ranking here. So they have 6 albums, I guess. There's a reason I'm having a hard time counting. You'll see why in a few. So last place, I guess. I feel like I've been giving this album here not a fair chance, because I was listening to it today and I'm like, what are people talking about? This album's actually pretty good here. So 6th place, I'll be putting Big Deal. I would say it's probably their softer of the hard rock. Like, it's not that it's bad. Like I was actually enjoying this today when I was listening to, but this comes with their first funny video, which was We Stand Alone, which is like they're a band, and then they're like being programmed to become a New Kids on the Block-ish looking band with like puppet strings. It's actually pretty funny, but the song, We Stand Alone is good. It's mid-tempo. I like these guys better when they're a little bit faster, and there are some great. Union of Pride also is a little let down for me, but oh my God, it's all written. Well, here, This is how they look like for this album. A little more glammy than they usually are with their leather jackets and denim. To Burn It Down, that's like almost like a speed metal song almost there. Um, but you know what? Like I was listening to it today and I was like, yeah, it's actually fairly good. I like this one a lot. It just gets a lot of flack for some reason. But you know, their singles are a little mid-tempo as opposed to, you know, energy. So anyway, I'm gonna put Big Deal by the Killer Dwarfs as my sixth favorite. So there you go. This was in 1988. There you go. All right, next up. I was actually surprised at how good this one here too was. So Start at One, only available on CD. This is from 2013. So this was supposed to be this was recorded as the follow-up to Method to the Madness. Yeah, that's what, again, there's a reason why I don't get the name. Yeah, Method to the Madness. Okay. This was recorded like in 1993 after Method to the Madness, but was not released as an album until 2013. They had broken up after the Method to the Madness. And you know what? I saw this, I actually bought this album, so I got it signed by the band at that time. All right, by two members anyway, according to my CD. But yeah, I actually like this. If this was released on vinyl, I would definitely get it. It's a fairly decent album here. I like it better than Big Deal. A little more rockier, more raw, more again, more faster than your mid-tempo songs here. So which one did I like here? Lonely Road. Sky is Falling is a good one. Start at One is a see. Start at One. I have a hard time believing, well, to a point that the song Start at One was, and see how it's spelled with the at symbol right there. In 1993, the internet was not invented yet, so or the at symbol for your email, you know what I mean? There was not, unless it was, they were like, oh my God, look, we have a song called Start at One. Let's just change the AT to the at symbol. Anyway, good album. I like this one a lot here. Very happy to that they actually released that album here. Next up, I'm going to put their self-titled first one here. So Killer Dwarfs with two guys. Yeah. By the way, these guys are like the Wild Hearts, where they actually all changed their last names to Dwarf. So we got Russ Dwarf, Daryl Dwarf. So the guitarist is Bryce Dwarf and the bass player Ange Dwarf. But this is not their classic lineup. This is the first album here. This got some good stuff. It's a little bit more raw and I would say more hard, definitely more hard rock than hair metal. Drifter was good. Heavy Mental Breakdown. I think there's a video for that too, if I remember correctly here. But it's got nothing like memorable, like any videos, you know, if you remember of these guys here. But that doesn't mean this is a bad album here. So I'm putting here the first Killer Dwarfs. It's self-titled. Again, with the two members that are no longer there that came afterwards. So we'll go with the self-titled here as number 4. There we go. Number 3. So this is where I'm going to put the picture right here. So I'm putting Method to the Madness as number 3. Now, I have the songs, but I have them as, I'll show you. So Big Deal plus 5 bonus tracks and Dirty Weapons with 5 bonus tracks. So I'm not sure what the deal was, but the first, so this one here has the first 6 songs off of Method to the Madness as 5 bonus tracks, and this one has the last 5 songs as the last 5 songs off of Method to the Madness. I don't have the CD itself; it does not exist on vinyl. I think if I'm just looking at the song titles, first of all, Hard Luck Town, there was a video for it, and I would say arguably, that's not even a fucking word. Arguably, there we go. Hard Luck Town is maybe my favorite Killer Dwarf song, or at least definitely in the top 2. I love that song a lot. I remember when that came out, I was like, wow, that's a friggin' good groove riff in the back. I love that song. Which one? Drifting Back. It's Method to the Madness. That's also a great song right here. Goodbye to Yesterday, and Cowboys and Conmen. I love that one too there. So I'm going to put Method. Okay, it doesn't need to see this anymore because it's irrelevant. But I'm going to put Method to the Madness as my 3rd favorite Killer Dwarfs album. Now, my 2nd favorite, here's, might as well show the picture now, Stand Tall. If you're not familiar with these guys' videos, you have to go see the video for Stand Tall. It's, so this is, again, and there's a reason why I'm mentioning, they had hilarious, a little like Scatterbrain, they had funny videos, and then, well, Three Little Dots, I'll get to that point soon there. But this one here, Stand Tall, if you want to have, so this band has got no money, the basis of the video is they have no money, they get kicked out of their record company, so they decide to make their own album, and the way they make their own album is hilarious. It's, again, you have to see the video. It's a great video for that. We used to watch it all the time. One of the better videos out there, thematically, obviously there. So cheers. So yeah, Stand Tall, and first of all, and also the song freaking kicks ass. And the first video or song I ever heard from Killer Dwarfs is off this one here, which was on Video Hits, which was Keep the Spirit Alive, where, again, they had another funny video where the singer is like a dangerous dwarf or whatever. He gets, man, I haven't seen that video in a long time. Maybe I'll go watch some after this year. But he's inside a little crate in the trunk of a car, and the trunk hits a bump, and the crate goes flying, and he's got these little adventures. And the band realize that their singer's missing because the crate's gone. Beware, like dangerous dwarf or something. I forget the premise there, but that was the first time I ever saw a video by the Killer Dwarfs. I was like, oh, like this is actually pretty funny and good song too. But Stand Tall, you gotta see that video. It's so fucking good and funny. So, How to Make Your Own Record a la Killer Dwarfs. Great video. I love that video. So that was my number 2. My number 1 was not number 1 at the time. So I'm gonna, might as well show it. Killer Dwarfs, Dirty Weapons. I still remember to the day, like, okay, next up, the new Killer Dwarfs. I'm like, oh my God, it's so, all right, we're going to see another really cool video by the Killer Dwarfs. And Dirty Weapons comes on, and we all turned to each other. That video wasn't funny. We were all expecting it to be funny because that's what they were doing, kind of funny videos. And this one just went serious. And with time, I was like, holy crap, this album kicks ass. The song Dirty Weapons, which is also known as one of their signature songs, friggin' kicks ass. I love that song. This also has Nothing Gets Nothing. Doesn't Matter. That's another great one right here too. Um, Not Fooling. It's again, it's just I guess it decided to evolve with a more serious, and people like me at the time were not ready for it. And I remember I bought this cassette of greatest, like not a greatest hits, is a compilation, and it had a whole bunch of songs I found okay, but then I found it's this deserve deserves to be listened to with your ears as opposed to watching it with a video, if that makes any sense. So I had this video, this cassette at the time, man. It had King Diamond with The Eye, Painkiller, Judas Priest, Rat, Loving You's a Dirty Job, Dirty Weapons was on this. I'm trying to remember what else was on that, and a bunch of other songs. And there's like audio. I was like, oh my god, these songs are good. And that's when that little cassette there. If I could find, anyway, if I'm able to find it, you'll see it right there. That hard, is it Hard and Heavy? We'll see. I gotta remember the title. This is ridiculous here, but yeah, that was a great little compilation, which made me appreciate the song "Dirty Weapons" because I listened to it with my ears as opposed to with my eyes. Because I remember we were like, that video is not funny. Where's the funny? Like we were all expecting something to be funny from the Killer Dwarfs, right? Well, then they went on a serious direction with Dirty Weapons and Method to the Madness. And like I said, like you guys heard me say earlier, Hard Luck Town from Method to the Madness is probably what stand tall, I would say, are my favorite Killer Dwarf songs because they're like great bottom end groove, and stand tall, just a great song. They always open their show. I think I've seen them, what, 2 or 3 times here? They tour, or I know I've seen the singer also solo. Anyway, I'm not gonna bore you with that there, but yeah, he's I've seen him live, great band live too. So anyway, that is my ranking. Are you guys familiar with the Killer Dwarves? If so, I'd love to know what your ranking is. Am I on crack with my ranking here? So but yeah, it's I've grown, I guess, with my taste, and it took me just to hear it audio, the Dirty Weapons, and then I was like, okay, you know what, this is a good record, like kicks ass there. So anyway, there you go. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for having me hit 400 subscribers. Keep them coming, and we shall chat later, and then we'll have a contest going fairly soon. Take care, and we'll see you guys next episode. Take care. Bye-bye.